Okay, so for those of you who have read my blog, I'm Shona. Hello. Um, Today I wanted to do a video blog, basically because I fancied doing one. I've been dyeing my hair forever, since secondary school, I think. Whenever I'm about to use a new colour, I always check out loads of reviews, sort of on product websites, but also on YouTube, because it's brilliant sort of seeing what people have to actually say about the product, what their thoughts are on all of the bits and pieces. Because every hair product that you get, there's going to be something that's not so good compared to another brand. One of the brands I would always stick with when I was younger was the Garnier Nutrice, because they were really sort of gentle. I think they were semi-permanent dyes, but I really liked those. They were easy to use. My mum would usually do them for me, and then when I moved away I had to sort of get the hang of it doing it myself, which ended in a lot of hair dye flying everywhere, as I'm trying to sort of do the back of my head, getting all down myself. But I've sort of worked up my technique now. I think I'm quite sort of good at dyeing my hair. When I'm doing it, I do have my boyfriend sitting there on spot watch, looking for any bits that have landed on the bathtub or anything like that, just in case. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about two new brands that I've been using recently and sort of compare them, because I think I've got a definite favourite now, one that I will definitely be coming back and using again and again. I've been dyeing my hair red for the past, I don't know, maybe 4 months, something like that. I mean, I've done it in the past, but I've sort of come back to it, and I've been doing it more so regularly now, keeping up with the colour, whereas I would usually have left it to grow out and just dyed it back to brown long ago. But yeah, the first colour I think I tried when I did it red was the Garnier Ultra colours, because they do claim to be better for dyeing darker hair to a stronger colour, more vibrant. And that was pretty good. It was definitely a stronger sort of dye, and it worked. I can't quite remember how well, but yeah. Another one that I wanted to try, because I read a lot of or watched a lot of reviews on YouTube of this one, because it was fairly new. There was obviously a lot of people trying it out. Was the Garnier Olia, and I've got this one here. It's all in Dutch, so I do have the website up in front of me as well at the moment. This colour is 6.6. It calls itself Intense Rouge on this one. I don't know what the actual colour is called. On here, I think it's Intense Red. Okay, well, it's basically the same, yeah. 6.60, Intense Red. Yeah, the Olia colours. This was a new one. It's 60% natural plant oils. So obviously you sort of instantly think, oh, this is going to be so nourishing. It's going to be a lot better for my hair than sort of other colours. It's also got no ammonia at all in it, which is a big plus. But yeah, I tried that one for the first time, I think, just before Christmas, and I really liked it. It wasn't as strong a colour as I was expecting. I mean, it does have on the back here, it's got, if you can see there, a sort of comparison of what colour you can expect to get. So here we've got dark brown, and that's the sort of colour that you would expect to get out of it. Obviously you can see the sort of lighter ones, much lighter. And I think it was fairly true to the box. I mean, you can see my hair at the moment. The last one that I did was Olia. I'm starting to get a few little roots in there. I need to do it in the next couple of weeks. But I do feel that this colour fades a lot quicker than other ones that I have used. It's not as bright to start with, and then I find it washes out. I mean, obviously when you do your hair red, you obviously expect, for the rest of the time that you have red hair, whenever you shower, it will look like you have murdered somebody. So the water is always a nice gory orangey red sort of colour. I do wash my hair every 2 or 3 days. I try to keep it to a minimum because obviously I want to make it last longer. I don't know what it claims the staying power of this one is. I don't think it says on the website either. It just says colour your hair every 3 to 6 weeks. But yeah, like I said, this one doesn't seem to have the staying power. It is really good though, so I'll talk about some of the features, because obviously some people do have more sort of sensitive skin. I know my scalp can sometimes kind of react a bit to stronger dyes, even just sort of other hair products in general. It can sometimes get a bit irritated. But yeah, first I want to talk about the various components of this packet. Obviously, with all home dyes, you get all the bits and bobs inside. This one's a bit different to start with, because instead of having the developer already in the bottle, you've got this nice kind of tear-shaped bottle, which fits quite nicely in your hand. It's a big difference from the standard little just tube bottle things. And you can take it off. It's got a really big opening for the bottle, so it means for a start it's much easier to get everything in there. And then also what I really like doing is when I'm getting to the end of the bottle, when I'm dyeing my hair, I like to take the top off, and then you can get a finger in there and really scrape out all the last bits. So I find having thicker hair, it does make a huge difference if you can get those last bits out, because you don't want to end up with patchy hair. I have made that mistake many times. So yeah, the bottle for a start is really good. So like I said, it's empty. You have got with you, and these are all nicely numbered as well. You can see a number 1. This is the developing cream. It's really annoying because all of this, because I bought this in Holland, all of the instructions and everything are in Dutch, so I'm kind of just going from memory here. So this is the developer cream, nice big tube of it. You obviously squeeze that, number 1, that goes into the bottle. Then you add the colourant here. It's got a nice number 2 on there. You give it a good old shake up. The twisty off bit is much better on these ones. It's quite big, so it's once you've got those big clumsy gloves on, it's much easier to sort of twist that off. Gloves are there also, but the gloves are gloves. They are better than the gloves of old. They're slightly smaller, not giant sized sort of things. The bottle is a really nice applicator as well. It goes on really nicely, obviously, because it's got quite a fine sort of spout, but it's still good to sort of grasp, and you can give it a good squeeze. And like I said, you can scrape those last bits out once you've gotten down to the bottom of the bottle. It's pretty much the application is the same as any other home dye that you're going to have, basically. But because this one has no ammonia and it's all natural, the smell is so much better. So for those people who are more sensitive to stronger smells, this one is perfect, because yeah, I said it doesn't last great, but it still lasts good for a home dye. And the smell is a huge bonus, because like I said, I have my boyfriend sitting there with me, waiting to catch up any drips that I might get anywhere. And he does not like the smell of hair dyes. I'm pretty sure there's not a man alive who likes the smell of hair dyes, because they're not, they've not ever used the dyes themselves. And so he does not like to sit upstairs with me if I'm dyeing my hair. And I like to watch a programme with him whilst it's sort of developing. But this one he is fine with. He really doesn't mind the smell of this too much, so he's happy to be up there and keep me company. So that's really good. It's really nice. And then finally, once you've had the development time on your hair and you're ready to rinse it all out, you've got the water clear, which I find never really happens for me. I'm hoping it's the same for other people and I'm not just being really lazy and not letting it rinse out fully. But I always find the water stays quite sort of orange tinted. But yeah, once you've got to that step, there is this big old tube of conditioner, which is fantastic. It's a really nice conditioner to start with. It's called Silk and Shine Conditioner. It's got a nice little number 3 on there, so you know what order to use it in. And yeah, it's really nice. I mean, it's a huge tube. They say you can get, I'm not sure how many, I think they say it's sort of 5 to 6 uses out of this or something. I find it tend to last me 3 or 4 at the most. Then I'm fairly liberal with my conditioner. Because I don't do it all the time. I'll sort of do it every other wash or something. And I've got a few different conditioners I like to swap around. But I'll do this one once a week after dyeing. So it lasts me 3 or 4 weeks essentially. And it's really good. It's a really nice conditioner. It's really easy to squeeze out of the tube because it is a proper tube. It's not like a little sachet or anything. Yeah, it's nice. Good stuff. So that's the Olia. It's, I would say overall, out of 10, I would maybe give it let's give it a generous 7, I think, because the sort of the overall experience of dyeing the hair is pretty good. It's, like I said afterwards, it doesn't stay fantastically. I'll put in a picture of my hair sort of a week after dyeing it. It's still really nice and bright, but this is only, I think I'm only 3 weeks, 3 weeks since dyeing it, I think, at the moment, and I'm already starting to feel like I should do it again. The roots aren't that bad. I would last, another few weeks with these roots, but the colour is starting to fade quite a bit. It's going a bit sort of lackluster, and I think my ends are definitely going very, very sort of browny orange at the moment. I'm not sure how well you can sort of see the colour of those. But yeah, it's going very kind of, it's just not, I mean, you can see the difference. It's definitely a lot more sort of orangey sort of colour. But yeah. So a 7, I will give that out of 10. The next, the dye that I think I'm definitely going to be using from now on is the L'Oreal Paris Féria or Préférence. I'm not quite sure which is the actual name for it. I think it's called sort of one thing in the UK and another thing elsewhere. But yeah, I have here on the website L'Oreal Féria. On the box here it says Pure Scarlet, 6.66. On the website I've got P67 Booster Scarlet Power. And this colour is brilliant. It's really nice. I mean, you can see here it's still got the things. It doesn't claim to be better for darker hair, but it's a really nice kind of, it's definitely a lighter colour that they're sort of going for compared to the Olia. And you can see there it's definitely a sort of a couple of shades lighter. And seeing as I have got darker hair, I think I'm always striving for a sort of a brighter, more vibrant red, and this one does a really good job. It's obviously it is a stronger dye. It's got all the sort of the nasties in it, but I think it definitely lasts a lot longer as well. I noticed that with this one. My roots were ridiculously long by the time I really felt like I should do it again, and that was just because of the roots. The colour was still lasting really nicely, and it stayed pretty vibrant. So that was a big thumbs up for that one. And it was the first one I tried. First time I tried the L'Oreal Préférence or Féria. And the reason I got these was actually because at the local, I suppose Holland's answer to Superdrug, essentially, called Kruidvat, they had a deal on for both of these. It was buy one, get one free, and I figured, well, I might as well stock up now. I'm planning on keeping my hair red for some time. So I got 2 of the Olias because I had liked using those when I'd first tried it. And so I decided, well, I'll get those, and I'll also get something a bit stronger, see how that sort of lightens my hair a little bit. see if that works any better, and I figured I could sort of mix and match. So one time I'll do the Preference, the next time I'll use something a bit gentler, so I'll use the Olia, give my hair a kind of a break, and then go back to the Preference again, and then obviously back to the Olia. So I've done the first cycle of this. I did the Preference the first time round and loved it. Really, really good colour. And then I went back to the Olia, like I said, a few weeks ago, and was, yeah, disappointed, I think. The colour did seem to go a lot darker than it previously was, and yeah, now just isn't lasting. But the Preference is really good. It's got the new High Shine Elixir, which I really enjoyed, actually. It's like with all of them, the little bottle, it's already got the developer cream in it. Then you add in the colour, and we've got the 6.6. Squeeze that in, and this one also has this little teardroppy oil sachet, which also goes into the developer. So yeah, first off you put the colour cream, then you put the High Shine Elixir, then you shake, then you break the little tip off. Speaking of tips, it's a little sort of screw off one, so it's not so bad. You don't have to break it off, but I wouldn't say it's as good as the big twist top of the Olia. That one's better. Again, the smell of this was fairly kind of, slap you around the face powerful. So Arjen was not so keen to sit with me that time. I had to do my own spot watch. But yeah, I think it was totally worth the result I got afterwards. I think it was really nice colour, really vibrant. I did feel like it slightly lightened the hair, so that was good. Obviously, you would think that would probably make your hair feel more damaged afterwards, but again, big old tube of conditioner. Really, really nice. It's the same size. Yep, they're both 54 mils of the conditioners, and they're both really good. They're both sort of high shine ones. This one says here 6 weekly treatment. So this is supposed to last you for 6 weeks, which is rubbish. I'm not gonna lie. Unless you have quite fine hair, in which case I suppose it would definitely last you that long, because it is a big tube. But I really like this. Yeah, it says 6 weekly treatments. Just slap it in your hair, leave it for a couple of minutes, and really nice. Really, really nice. Really some moisturising. Definitely doesn't leave your hair feeling dry as you get with a lot of home colourants. Overall, I think I will give the Preference an 8.5. The minus points would be the smell, definitely. The bottle, again, I don't feel this is such a good one, because it takes a bit of a wringing out to get those last bits in there. There's no way you can get a finger all the way down to scrape out the remainder. But the colourant is good. The little oil thingy, I don't know if it makes a difference. I'm sure there is somebody out there who has tried it with and without, but it probably does. And it's really, really good overall, and I think I will be buying this one more. So yeah, that was it. So we had the Garnier Olia and the Preference. Both really good colours. I would definitely suggest the Olia if you do have a more sensitive scalp. Obviously, you should always do a spot test if you're not sure. If you do react to colourants, or if you have reacted to them in the past, still do a spot test. But I can imagine, because this one's got no ammonia and it is 60% plant oils, this would be definitely a sort of a good one to try if you have got more sort of sensitive skin. However, I am no hair colour expert at all. I've just sort of done my own hair for a long time. This one, if you want staying power, vibrant colour, staying power, this is a winner. It's really, really good, and I'm genuinely looking forward to the next time I can use this. I think I'm probably going to wait another couple of weeks, before I do this, because my roots aren't so bad at the moment, but when the time comes, this is the next one I'm scheduled to use, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting a good rich colour in my hair again, and that will be very good. Yeah, thank you for watching my video if you just have. Read my blog if you haven't already. There's links somewhere on this page right now. And yeah, enjoy your hair colour experience, and I hope I have managed to help you in some way, however big or small. And good luck.